I feel like we need a pinned message saying Leaflit is aware of the new shoe video and plans to watch. You know what? Let's watch it like right now. Let's watch it literally right now. How about that? How about that, chat? We'll watch it like right now. Okay. All right. Here's a new shoe on head video. Let's check it out.
On September 10th, Charlie Kirk was giving a talk at Utah Valley University, and out of nowhere, he was shot dead, live, in front of a bunch of college kids, in front of his wife and his 2 children. And I don't think the country is ever going to be the same. Not only because...
Dude, she looks so serious in this video. Like, dude, it's like the tone is completely different. The way she looks is completely different.
Of this horrific tragedy, but because of everything that followed. The dark, disturbing realization that we may not be on the same page as our coworkers, classmates, friends, neighbors, doctors, when it comes to the issue of murder. I was crashing out on Twitter a few days ago, just stream of consciousness posting about it, with run-on sentences and everything. 4 days later, I have a clearer head, but I still feel the exact same way. So we are going to talk about what happened, we're going to talk about the aftermath, and then we're going to get a little personal, because frankly, I don't see the country the same anymore, and I know a lot of you feel the exact same.
I definitely feel the same way. Like, before this, I thought that we had a little bit of a disagreement with people, and that in general, like, the amount of people that you couldn't reason with was like really, really small. And I thought that, you know, even though we have our disagreements, we're still like, you know, we're still like one country, and if we talk it out, we'll talk. If we talk it out, we'll get through our problems. Like, you know, people will listen to reason. As long as you have a good argument, then it'll be fine. And like, we'll be able to find some common ground, right? And then I realized, like, after everything, that a lot of these people just cannot be reasoned with. Like, they literally cannot be reasoned with. They are just, their souls are just corrupted, basically. Their souls are corrupted, and they're basically just like demonically controlled, or whatever you want to call it, right? That's like the charitable way to see it, is like they're demonically possessed at this point. Because I don't know how to deal with that, with like people that they just want you dead. They just want you dead. They're gonna cheer if you die. They love it when you suffer. How do you reason with that? Like, how do you come to a common ground with something like that? Because the truth is, and you might think this, right? Like, they might think this, but the truth is, I don't want that for them. I want them to prosper. I want everyone to prosper. I want what's best for everybody. What we can reasonably achieve in the best possible way for everyone. And obviously, if I could wave my hand and everything, you'd have everything that you wanted, you could like live happily in whatever way, and I could just spawn stuff into existence. And by doing that, it would guarantee that they're psychologically like healthy as well, then I would do it. The reason why I don't believe in giving everyone free shit is because I don't think that's the way. I don't think it achieves anything. There's so many factors here, right? More stuff. And this is the problem with our society kind of going towards a materialistic route. And this is the problem with like socialism as well, right? It's like everything is like kind of just materialistic. And you might say that like that's capitalism, but the thing is in capitalism, the materialism is a thing that like you must better yourself towards. Does that make sense? Like, even if you're a materialistic person in like capitalism, like you have to like increase your own personal value in some way to like even get there, right? In a lot of cases, you know, obviously there's some cases where that's not true, but it's basically an imperfect system, but it's the best we got. That's how I feel about it, right? What I'm trying to say in all of this is the pursuit of things and like purpose is like what drives humanity, right? And without working, I don't think it's easy to obtain happiness without any sort of like labor of like your hands. I just think that's true. People might not agree with me, but the best way to explain it to you, I actually have proof of this, by the way, if you want proof, is that depression is a first world problem. If you like actually look at like the statistics of like depression and like self-isekai rates, it's predominantly a first world problem. Because a lot of people that are just living, they're like living to survive, they can't really think about things like that. They're always working. They're always working and they find joy in like little things in life, right? Whereas the people that have everything, they start to lose purpose because like there's nothing left to attain. We have the luxury to be depressed, says Sora Mamoru. Yeah, I don't, but the thing is, I don't necessarily think that that's it as well. I think it's, there's some kind of innate, like, there's an innate, like, human desire to advance and grow and, like, advance, grow, and to enjoy the fruits of your own labor, I think. Yeah, I think that's an important thing for humans, like in like their mentality. And you know, I do speak of this from experience because like I was depressed before too, right? Stuff happened to me and I got really depressed, right? But what got me out of that was having something to care about that drove me forward. Something to care about, something I wanted to do that drove me forward, right? Life is definitely harder now than it was before when I was depressed. It was definitely easier before because I didn't really do anything. I just played games all day. Like I literally like I would wake up, I would maybe cook dinner, I would eat, and then I would just literally play games all day. Like I would sit there just play like Persona for like 12 hours, play Final Fantasy, play Counter-Strike, and then I would go to sleep and I would wake up and just play again, right? And things were really easy during that time when I was like that. But I was more depressed than ever, right? Now that I'm actually working and I'm actually moving towards things I want to do, putting in the work myself, I'm a lot happier now, right? Because of that. Yeah. Which Persona though? It was Persona 5. But I played a lot of Shinobi Strikers as well, like Naruto Shinobi Strikers. I just played a lot of games, like a lot of different games back then. League of Legends, everything. What do I do for work? I stream and I run a company. I run like the Angel Sword company and I do game development. So I'm like a game designer on the game. Anyway, so sorry, that was like a long tangent. But going back to like what started this tangent, I don't know how you function with them, right? Because again, I want what's best for them. They just don't agree with me on what's the best. Right? Like I definitely want them to be happy. I don't want them to die. But then they want you to die. Do you see what I mean? It's like the mentality is completely different. I don't revel in death. I do not want death to occur. Death is a necessity of justice. Does that make sense? So like even in the case with like the killer, the guy who killed Charlie Kirk, I'm sad that he dies, that he's gonna die when he gets sent if he gets sentenced, right? If he gets sentenced, you know, assuming that like he's actually guilty, he's like the one who did it, right? And it isn't some kind of weird, some weird shit doesn't happen with like some other countries and stuff, right? Like some kind of assassination, like inside assassination or whatever the hell. Assuming that he did it, right? I don't really want him to die, but it's necessary. Does that make sense? It's like I'm not like looking at his death as in like, oh man, like fuck yeah, like it's gonna be so great. I can't wait to like see him die. I can't wait to see like the I can't wait to see like the life come out of his body and like you know I can't wait to see him burn in hell. Like I'm not like that. You know, it's like it's all a necessary component of justice. As in, it's like it's the same thing with war, right? Like if you kill another person in war or in self-defense, right? Like if somebody tries to hurt me and I kill them, I'm not giddy at the thought of having to do that. It's just it's the necessary it's necessary, right, for my own life. And it's an unfortunate thing that has to happen. It's the same thing with food, by the way. I feel the same way about food, right? I feel the same way like when I go fishing and there's like I catch a fish. Okay, so like I went fishing before and I caught like a bunch of catfish and I had to kill them, right? So like I got the fish out, right? And you know you put them on a stringer and stuff so they can stay alive like a little bit longer so that like it's more fresh when you take it home. So you have a bunch of catfish on the stringer, right? And at the end of the day, when I was like wrapping it up, you know, you have to kill them, right? And I had to kill them by bleeding them out, right? Because if you, with catfish in particular, if you leave the blood in there, then it gets kind of funky, right? So I had to hang up all the catfish from a tree and I had to like cut their tails off and like bleed them out from the tail, right? And when I did that, I felt bad. You know, like I felt bad. Like I felt like, you know, I was like I looked at the fish and I said, you know, thank you for giving your life for me. You know what I mean? And I cut the tails. And that's kind of what I mean. It's like, even like food, I look at it in terms of like, it's like a necessary thing for me to live, right? So like, I'm grateful for like that happening, or like, I'm not happy that that's dying. I'm not cackling that it's dying, right? It's dying because it has to, right? And it's the same thing with, again, self-defense, same thing with anything. It's like, the killing part is not what you revel in. It's the life that you're saving. It's the justice that's being served. That's the thing that you revel in, right? But these people, they revel in the actual death and suffering. Like, if you like look at the videos that like people were posting, they're demonically giddy at the actual death and the actual suffering. That, to them, that's the good part. And I know this was like kind of like a big roundabout way of saying it, but we're not this. In summary, we are not the same. We're not the same. I don't enjoy their pain, their suffering, their death. I don't enjoy it. Especially death. Sometimes it's funny. Sometimes it's funny when you fuck around and you find out. It's hilarious sometimes, right? But death, I think, is a different thing. Like, that's like a whole new level, right? Of taking advantage of someone's suffering, I think. And that's why we're not the same. So I think, like, for me, my view of things has been forever changed, because now I understand them for like what they are. Now, like, I have recognized that we are not the same at all anymore. So once previously, I used to try to understand them. I used to try to connect with them. But I realized there is no negotiation. There is no connecting. It's almost as if we're completely different species almost. That's all on that level. Like, just the communication impossible, basically.
Way, so we're going to talk about it after we talk about everything else. Charlie Kirk was not a healthcare CEO, he was not a powerful politician, and let me be 100% clear, I'm not saying this to say that it's okay when those people are murdered. My point is that those are positions of power that most people cannot relate to. Like, the average person is just so far removed from that world. But I think what happened to Charlie is hitting differently because, like I said on Twitter, he was just a fucking guy. He was a podcaster. He was a guy who talked about politics. He was a guy who had conservative beliefs. Not everyone knows a billionaire CEO or a powerful politician, but they do know somebody with conservative beliefs. They know somebody who holds some or many of Charlie Kirk's opinions. Because despite what people in their little bubble believe, his core ideology and what he believed is the same shit like your conservative boomer uncle on Facebook posts. You can only disagree with this if you are unfamiliar with Charlie Kirk, or you are unfamiliar with the many different branches and different ideologies of the right wing. Now, don't get me wrong, Charlie Kirk had many bad takes over the years. Like, for example, the two most popular quotes I see people posting are the one where he advocated for stoning gays and black women are too stupid to be pilots. But guess what? both those things, the two most popular quotes people are posting to justify this guy being murdered, are out of context. But idiots
Of
like
course they
Stephen
are.
King ran with it, then later had to apologize for spreading misinformation about a dead man. These people will build a straw man of you in their minds. They get so fucking mad about it that they celebrate the real you dying. Horrifying. But more
Yep.
importantly, even if everything was in context, who cares? Oh, he said this, oh, he said this. I don't care. There are many things he said that I disagree with. There are many things he said that I think are bad. Who cares? It is just a fact that nothing he said warranted his life being taken away. This is America. We have freedom of speech here. Unless you criticize a certain country, but for the most part, we have freedom of
True. True. So true.
speech here. So after detaining not just one wrong guy, but two wrong guys, the FBI finally got the shooter. Only because his own father turned him in. I guess they were just too fucking busy not releasing the Epstein files to catch a political assassin. It was this fuck-ass demon, Tyler Robinson, 22 years old, another irony-poisoned Reddit shooter who wrote a bunch of memes on the bullets, including "Hey fascist catch" and
"Notices bulges, capital OWO, what's this question mark?"
That's crazy. That's oh dear.
I fucking hate it here. A lot of people were saying that the shooter was a groiper, which is a far-right fan of the streamer Nick Fuentes, and I have no fucking idea where that came from. I'm gonna be so honest, I have seen no actual proof of this.
I can tell you where it came from. It came from because a lot of people on the funny thing is a lot of people on the further right, so like just a little like more to the right, like kind of like the Nick Fuentes fans are called groypers. Basically, their movement is called groyper. The groypers, right? That's what they call themselves. It's based on a frog, like a Pepe frog. It's not Pepe. It's like a different frog in like the whatever the Pepe verse or whatever you want to call it. But they I think like one of the users called it groiper, and then that's like kind of it like stuck. Basically, they were calling themselves that, which is like anyway, that's what that is. It came from because a lot of them don't agree with Charlie Kirk on stuff. They don't think that Charlie Kirk is hardcore enough, and there are a lot of people that believe that Charlie Kirk is an Israel shill. Which is so they're saying that basically because a lot of people on the far right didn't like Charlie Kirk, that they are the ones that killed him as like a sort of weird like false flag, but also they wanted to do it sort of thing. Yeah, that's where it came from.
And it doesn't make sense because someone further right than Charlie Kirk wouldn't call Charlie Kirk a fascist, and they wouldn't say he was hateful.
Yeah, they wouldn't have said that, basically. They would have just said that he was an Israel shell and a Zionist. That's probably what they would have done.
Their proof is that the shooter once dressed up like the Slav squat meme from 2012, and they also found a separate meme of Pepe the Frog dressed like the Slav squat meme. Therefore, the shooter is a groiper. That is like seeing a photo of...
What? Wait, really?
The shooter dressed like a clown, and then seeing this image of Pepe the Frog dressed like a clown, and then being like groiper confirmed. What is the...
Humanity is terminally retarded. I can't. It's so bad.
The shooter didn't even post the Pepe image. Like, where did the Pepe even come from? Just a bunch of liberal boomers not understanding memes. The other thing I saw was the shooter had Republican parents, and therefore the shooter must be Republican, which is just funny.
That doesn't make sense because a lot of people with Republican parents are liberals.
Because we all see what these people say about their Republican parents every Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They bitch about it all the time.
September 14th, when I
don't want to have family dinner because I'm going to have to hang out with my Republican parents.
Yeah. This, So maybe
They bitch about it all the
more
time.
things will come out. Editor shoe here, more things came out. Definitely not a groiper. At the end of the day, he could have every single one of my or your opinions. It ultimately doesn't matter. One person may have pulled the trigger, but then we saw the reaction of many.
We think that Charlie Kirk just got shot in the neck. Hey, ooh, ah.
I'm not saying she deserved it, but I'm saying God's timing is always right.
Yo, they got Charlie Kirk, bro. I've never been happier.
This is what I mean, man. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I mean. They revel in death. They love it. You know what I mean? They enjoy death. They worship death, really. And that's what I mean. Like, I see these people like so much more differently now. Like the clarity that this event has given me is crazy, actually.
Never believe the reason.
That's why I don't give a fuck anymore. When like these people, they go on and these people that go on and they're like, Leaflit racist. Look at the racist thumbnail, Leaflit. Look at that. Oh my god, like you sure what Leaflits? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what you have to say. Get the hell out of here. People, oh, I don't want to watch Leaflit anymore because she says such bad things. I don't want to fucking hear it. I don't care.
I'm smiling. And it has nothing to do with Charlie Kirk.
It's literally the Rick and Morty thing, like the Rick Sanchez thing of like, I see what makes you cheer. It's like your boos mean nothing because I see what makes you cheer. It's exactly like how I feel. Forbidden Abigail, thank you for the bits. I've never seen a single Floyd video with this kind of psycho behavior. Yeah, because we're not psycho. That's what, because we're not psycho. You might see like a meme like later down the line, like, you know, George Droid or something. I might see like some stupid ass fucking meme, right? But it's not like going on main with our face in there and being like, oh my god, I'm so glad that he died. Oh my god, he died. He got fucking... Can you imagine that? Like, oh my god, like, you can't breathe anymore. It's so funny. Like, literally nobody did that. Because it's fucking psycho. It's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it's insane.
Nothing to do with...
I would say pour one out for Kirky boy, but...
Use the demon choice change, yeah. Yeah, I mean, imagine that.
Oh my god, I can't believe he died. It's so funny. Oh my god.
It's like fucking ridiculous, man. It's so fucking ridiculous.
I don't waste good beer on little bitches.
Hey, no.
Rest in peace, bozo!
Charlie Kirk just got put down like a fucking dog in Utah.
I do not, and I will not, ever feel bad when bad people get what the fuck they deserve.
Dude, look at their eyes, dude. Why are their eyes like this? Like, you can see the fucking demon in their eyes, like, every time.
I just heard that someone shot Charlie Kirk? Thoughts and prayers.
Oh no, someone shot Charlie Kirk. Look, I don't know who needs to hear this today, but that's how you pick up a woman.
I wouldn't want a woman or a man who says shit like that. I'd be like, get the fuck away from you. Fucking crazy. You're fucking psycho. Like, what?
Your homie dead. Fuck your homie dead. He got shot in the head.
You can see this one?
I heard someone got shot today. I had a tummy ache this morning. Stay alive out there.
The sympathy for Charlie Kirk is weird. You don't have to like violence, but I'm confused as to how you thought the revolution was going to be magically bloodless.
I've been saying we need to bring back political assassinations. I don't feel bad, and I don't think that everyone deserves the right to free speech.
Is it this person from China on a freaking student visa? Is that wrong? I heard that. I don't know if that's true. They are?
Some people should be afraid to
If
express.
they are, they should get the fuck out. Anybody that says this stuff should just be immediately deported. Like, why do we want them here?
Public.
I didn't like what he said, and I didn't like his opinions, and I don't really give a shit that he's dead.
The best part of this whole goddamn thing is that he is not martyr material, so his death will mean.
I hate to break it to you, but can you imagine being that wrong? Oof. Oof.
Nothing. It will activate no one. It will impact few. It's just great. There are a lot of people that are like, no matter.
I don't want people to suffer, but justice dictates that these people lose their jobs. Justice demands it. Justice demands that they lose their jobs and they suffer for this. That's justice.
What side of politics you're on, you should never celebrate something bad happening to someone. I, on the other hand, do cheer when bad things happen to bad people.
Charlie Kirk just got shot.
I saw the video before they even put out the confirmation. There was no chance that he made it through that. This wasn't the one we were hoping for, but a welcome surprise nonetheless.
I'm surprised that y'all didn't get rid of him sooner. And I'm surprised that you guys aren't getting rid of more people. Like, don't stop with him. Don't let him be the end.
Where do you think this goes? Where do you think this goes? You want to not stop with Charlie? Who do you think who has more guns and who do you think knows how to use them? Where do you think this is going? Like, let's take this to the furthest possible conclusion. They start shooting up a bunch of Republicans, and the Republicans are like, you know what? Okay, fine. We're just gonna do the same thing back to you. Where do you think this goes? This goes nowhere good for you. That's what I'm saying. Stop trying to push this because this is not gonna go anywhere good.
Get rid of them all. His wife deserves to go too. Y'all keep on talking about his wife and kids. They need to go too because they're carrying on that mentality.
These people are so fucking smug. They don't understand that they're basically pushing for they're pushing for an end game in which they all die. Like, I'm just being real. That's what they're advocating. I don't advocate. I don't want that. I don't want that end game. They're pushing for that end game.
That lineage, like, get rid of the whole family. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Why did you guys stop with him?
These guys are. I'm gonna be real. They're lucky that we have morals. They're absolutely fucking lucky that we have morals and we're not as crazy as them. They should be on their knees thanking God that we're not.
Thousands of videos like that. Some of these people posting with their full names and faces, with hundreds and thousands of likes. Thousands of tweets celebrating it, with 500,000 likes. And it's important to remember that all of those likes are a real person. Millions of people in this country apparently believe the acceptable response to speech they don't like is murder. This wasn't just a bunch of fringe blue hair SJWs or whatever. They were teachers, professors, doctors, HR workers, healthcare workers, nurses, pediatricians, people who work with kids, people's classmates, roommates. They are teachers showing our children the gory, horrifying video of Charlie's murder.
Teacher forced 10-year-olds to watch the murder video? Guys, we need to get... Guys, the root of all these problems is these teachers. The amount, if you look at somebody did an analysis of all the people that posted like all this shit on social media, and it was disproportionately teachers and healthcare workers. We need to get these people out of these jobs. Like, these people are fucking insane. And it's like I said, if you're gonna be like, well, my class size is Leaflit, like, well, what about the class sizes? I would take a 3-fold increase in, I would honestly take a 10-fold increase in class sizes to not have these fucking psychos, like even anywhere near kids.
on repeat. The hippy dippy in
Kenny
this
Doomsel,
house
thank
we
you for the
believe
bits.
shit
Thank you.
lib mask was ripped off, and underneath was nothing but psychopathic bloodlust. I have seen people on the right celebrate the death of people they disagree with. I've seen it. I remember Heather Heyer in 2017. But I also remember the whole internet, left and right, coming together to disavow and mock the few dozen people from Stormfront who were celebrating her death. This is different. It's never been like this before. It's never been this much. It's never been this brazen. Normal people have to log into like an alternate Twitter account where they can post their more unorthodox opinions. And these people are out here full face, full name, like
That's
hell
what,
yeah.
That's what I was saying, by the way. That's what I was saying. When I demand the standard of I want to see people posting it on main with their faces shown. Like I want to see a video of people posting it on main, because any fucking person can make a vent account, right? I mean, let's be real. Like people do that. They go anonymous. This is like the whole appeal of like 4chan, by the way, is people go on there on an anonymous thing just to vent. So they'll say like a bunch of vile shit just because they're just fucking pissed off and they just want to yell at like nothing, basically. So you have people that make like these vent accounts and they just say like really vile shit. It's just like, oh, like fuck these people, like, you know, whatever. That's a completely different thing from a person going on main on their main account with their face like there for everyone to see and then saying these things. It's a complete shift in the dynamic of like what they're saying.
Murder. What? The smug, unearned confidence these people have to be openly sociopathic with their full name and face because they live under the pathetic delusion of being on the right side of history needs to end. They will blame you for your death because words are violence. Words are violence, so them killing you is just self-defense. That's why they're using Kyle Rittenhouse as some kind of gotcha. Oh, if you don't condone political violence, why do you support Kyle Rittenhouse?
And, you know, I saw a post about this. Who posted that? Was it Nux? It might have been Nux. I don't remember. But I saw a post or a video or something in the last 24 hours that basically said, I think it was Nux. Actually, I'm pretty sure it was Nux now, that the reason why they're like this is they have no sense of morality. Like they have none. Like their entire like moral view is just it's empty. Their moral organ or whatever the hell you want to call it, whatever it is that gives you a conscience, it's just gone. It's just missing. And because of that, like they basically think that Charlie Kirk being killed is the same thing as self-defense to them. Like they think it's like literally the same. So that they'll be like, oh, well, why are you okay with Rittenhouse shooting people then? If you're not okay with Charlie Kirk getting shot? And it's like they can't even process that. Like there's an obvious difference there. Like they're missing something in their brain that lets them actually understand like what the difference is there. And I actually think it's just missing. Like that part of their brain is just gone or something. Like their conscience or something is just missing. Their ability to like discern like immediate like right and wrong is just gone. I don't know. It's like morality or something. Yeah, it's just they're missing it. So to them, it's like the same thing, right? So it's like you can't even rationalize with them because it doesn't make sense. Because any you know, like we understand that intuitively, right? That there's a difference between like self-defense, right? Like if you were to like we understand like inherently that that's there's a difference there, right? They don't.
They fundamentally don't see the difference between killing someone over speech and killing someone over self-defense because these are the same things to them. Also, I'm going to be the one to point it out because of course I am. I saw nobody else do it. Why are most of them women? Most of the people celebrating are women. Like, it's a good, like, 80-20 ratio all over the internet. What is going on, ladies? Basically, the whole country is shook because last year...
The reason why is because, statistics-wise, women are more emotional than men, and men are more logical than women. That's just... I have no proof behind that except my own observations in life. And you can believe me or not, but that's my observation of things.
They realized how many people would celebrate the murder of a president, and this
No,
year...
it's not that women are evil. Emotion's not evil. So this is like another common misconception on like that emotion is worthless and bad. I actually don't agree with that. I actually think emotion's important. Emotion is what drives people. Emotion is the force that drives people forward, basically. It's what gives you the initiative, is what gives you the perseverance, is emotion. So emotion's a very important thing to use as well, right? So like this is why and this is like kind of a hot take, but this is kind of why men and women work so well together, because the combination of the logic and the reason together is really powerful, right? It's really huge. And that's not to say that there aren't women that are like more logical and that there's men that are more emotional. That also exists. But what I mean is that like on average, women have a higher emotional, like, what's the word? Resonance, I guess. They have more of an emotional side, and men have a more logical side in general.
They realized how many people would celebrate the murder of them. At the end of the day, this is all the inevitable conclusion of the punch a Nazi thing from like 2010.
I don't really believe in emotional intelligence or whatever that is. But what I mean is that, how do I explain it? So when emotion is corrupted and you have like unhinged emotion and like no logic behind it, that's how you get these crazy like leftist Karen women, by the way. That is like emotion taken to its maximum without any logic to hold it in, to rein it in, basically. Yeah, that's what it is, basically. Yeah. Emotion without reason is insanity. Yeah, exactly, Atsu, exactly. That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Do you guys remember that? We always knew it was a slippery slope. That's why we were against it. And they always say this dumb shit like, if you don't want to be called a Nazi, stop being a Nazi.
And the problem, though, is that when you have full logic and no emotion, logic is at its worst when there's no God. So like if you're like a fully illogical person and you don't have morals, like you're not like you're not tempered by like some kind of religion or some kind of system, that also turns into really bad things as well. So it's what I mean. It's like they're both an emotion kind of is kind of the counter to that a little bit. Emotion's the counter to like the hyper logical toxicity as well. So that's why I'm saying like men and women together as a combo is really important. Oh my god. Hold up. I just realized something. Is that what threw everything off? Because feminist society created a world in which men and women hate each other. They're pitted against each other. Men and women are pitted against each other. And because of that, is that why the women went out of control? And that's why they're all crazy. It is all feminism's fault. Ruh-roh.
Even a congressman from my state, New York, was like, oh, if you want to stop being called a fascist, you should stop being a fascist. Yeah, that's great, except you've called everyone and their mother a fascist and a Nazi for the past, like, 15...
Well, women are crazy, huh? Says Yoshu. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's why when you have those cases where it's just, like, all women or it's all men, it goes really bad. Like, historically. You get, like, a bunch of women together and they get really fucking crazy. But you also get a bunch of men together, and they also get really fucking crazy. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. The fucking devil is a genius. I'm just being real. I'm just being real. The devil knew exactly the Achilles heel to hit. He went for the perfect attack on humanity. Damn. That's crazy.
Years. And I see a lot of progressives in my audience like, Shu, you're not like Charlie Kirk. You're not a fascist. Here are all the things I have been called Nazi, fascist, reactionary for over the last few years. Would you like to see? I have been making this list since 2023. Let's go. Let's just read this together real quick. Mocking/criticizing pop feminism. Believing adults can do whatever they want. Being pro-free speech. Being liberal. Talking to people I disagree with. Being friends with people I disagree with. Following.
Dude, and like in the Bible too, the devil would like use like scripture against people too, right? They use like your own beliefs against you. That's what like he did in the Bible, remember? Like the devil would quote the Bible as like a attack. Well, Bing Bang, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you. The devil's not the devil because he's smart or wise. He's the devil because he's old, and humanity never changes. I think you can. Well, I think you can be smart and also be evil, though. You know. Well, in fact, I think being smart is a necessity. Isn't being smart a necessity for being evil and also existing while being evil? Like, when you're like dumb and evil, you just get, I don't know. The devil's called the deceiver for a reason. Yeah. Yeah, I don't actually think that the devil is stupid. Like in terms of knowing how to get the result. You know what I mean? Like I guess you could say like, yeah, cunning or was the word conniving or whatever. Man.
Bernie Sanders, that one came from the right. Being registered independent. Criticizing Joe Biden. Criticizing the Democratic Party. Not being attracted to feminine men. Not hating men in general. Criticizing Canada's MAID program.
Wait, are these...
Not taking the COVID vaccine.
Wait, what? Everything I've been called a Nazi...
Agree with, being friends with people I disagree with, following people on Twitter I disagree with, supporting Bernie Sanders. That one...
Wait, hold on, wait.
Came from the right. Being registered independent. Criticizing Joe Biden. Criticizing the Democratic Party. Not being attracted to feminine men. Not hating men in general.
Wait, did she skip the being not ugly?
That one came from the right. Being registered independent. Criticizing Joe Biden. Criticizing the Democratic Party. Not being...
She skipped it.
Attracted to feminine men. Not hating men.
She's not ugly though. She's very pretty. She's very pretty.
In general, criticizing Canada's MAID program, not taking the COVID vaccine, criticizing the FBI, criticizing the CIA,
Wait, criticizing Canada's MAID program. Oh, that's the one where they tell you to isekai yourself, right? That's the one where like, oh, you have a cold? Have you thought about isekaiing yourself? Hey, what's up, Hooks? Hey, thank you, man. Thank you so much. Leaf Nazi? I know, dude. Me too.
Using an American flag backdrop.
I must be a Nazi.
Saying elites, saying working class, saying based, making a joke about...
Oh my god, guys, I must be a turbo Nazi then. If these are all like the things that make you a Nazi? Holy crap, I must be like I must be Mustache Man like incarnate. I'm just like the new one. It's like those animes, you know, like where you ever see those? It's like Tanya. It's like Tanya, except I'm like the reincarnation of Mustache Man. Yeah. True.
Biden eating ice cream, making a joke about Pete Buttigieg being born in a test tube, making jokes in general, being cis, being white, being a woman, being a cis white woman, telling someone to take a shower, not being anti-gun, not being fat, being monogamous, liking Huey Long, celebrating the 4th of July, supporting Assange, criticizing the movie Cuties, praising the movie Sound of Freedom, being...
What? Wait, praising the movie Sound of Freedom? Wait, hold on. Praising the movie Sound of Freedom makes you a Nazi? But that movie was about saving... That movie was about saving kids from pedos.
Being against pedophilia. What? Being against the destigmatization of pedophilia.
Oh my god. Society is so cooked. What is going on?
Being against children watching porn. Being critical of kink at Pride. Being against children performing at drag shows. Not being racist. I swear to God. Being a class reductionist. Saying biological...
Oh, the reason why not being racist is because if you're not giving preferential treatment to minorities, then you're Nazi to them, yeah. Yeah.
sex,
That's
mocking
true.
people for debating the ethics of
Yeah, because what they mean by that is you have to give preferential treatment to minorities. To them, that's what it means to not be racist, basically.
necrophilia, my username, owning a pet rabbit, questioning the Bush administration's involvement in 9/11, growing up in a Catholic family, eating meat, wanting to get married, wanting to have children, being married, having children, being at January 6th to interview people, saying it's okay if someone doesn't want to date a porn star, not wanting to do OnlyFans, criticizing Kanye West, criticizing late-stage capitalism, criticizing the billionaire class, criticizing Israel, criticizing eating
what?
The bugs, criticizing a fashion company for being creepy, you'll remember that one, supporting nuclear energy, parentheses.
Wait, supporting nuclear energy was toxic masculinity?
It's toxic masculinity, supporting TikTok tradwives, supporting one-income households, supporting UBI, supporting farmers, supporting truckers, not
Holy
celebrating
shit.
October 7th, supporting Palestine, not liking brutalism, saying colorblind anti-racism was good, wanting to date someone who has a good relationship with their parents, not liking Indian
Not liking... You like Indian food? I love Indian food. But I'm not gonna lie, I like Indian... When I say I like Indian food, I mean I like the white version of Indian food. You know what I mean, chat? It's kind of like the white version of Chinese food. You know, like I like that stuff. You know, it's good stuff. Chicken tikka masala, yeah, yeah, butter chicken. Yeah, I love that shit. Shit's so good. Yeah.
food, saying men and women are different but complement each other, being followed by JD Vance on Twitter, saying
Yeah, that's what people like say. They say like, oh yeah, that's like white Chinese food, right? Because it's like Chinese food, but it's like not really Chinese food. Because if you ever had like real Chinese food, it's really not like the orange chicken and stuff like that. Like it's not real. Like if you go to like an actual like Chinese like a Chinese area with a lot of Chinese people and you eat Chinese food, it tastes completely different. But I like it though. Like, I like the Panda Express sometimes. Sometimes I feel like it, you know? I really want that orange chicken and the Beijing beef with, like, the fried rice and the half fried rice, half, like, chow mein, you know? That stuff's good. It doesn't make it bad because it's, like, more, like, you know, American or Western catered Chinese food. It's, in fact, I think it's a blessing to mankind, honestly.
Hillary Duff is cool, making fun of Reddit, and for Asmongold reacting to me, criticizing American—
Yeah, like the same thing with like sushi. Like, you know, like those roll sushis? You know, like some people will be like, oh my god, that's like not real sushi. Oh my god, like I can't believe you like that stuff. That shit's good. Like I like it. I like spicy tuna rolls and you know, like California rolls, like the ones that don't have avocado, like the ones that are like the reverse like California rolls. I love those, honestly. Like I don't have any problem with it. It's not the same, right? Like I don't consider it the same as like Japanese sushi, but it doesn't make it bad. Like it's still good, you know?
Imperialism, where—
I feel like there's a lot of people that are like super elitist about that. Like, oh my god, did you even is that even real? Is that even real Japanese food? Is that even real Mexican food? Is that even real Chinese food? Is it real Indian food? Who gives a fuck? It's still good.
Wearing a bow in my hair, liking VTubers, and now
she likes VTubers. That's me.
Being anti-death.
Charlie Kirk was a fucking Nazi. He was a fucking Nazi. And you know what kind of Nazi is the best Nazi? A dead one.
I am a better person than you for celebrating the death of a Nazi.
Anyone I don't like and I don't agree with is a Nazi, and we should kill Nazis. But you know what? I'm not saying I want to kill you. I just want to kill Nazis.
And actually, it's pretty weird that you're—
Wait, yeah, why is there asymmetrical nose rings? Like, what's going on? You know what I think about all the time? I always think about, so like, if you're going to be like an Antifa person, right? I'm just being real. Like, if you're going to be an Antifa person, you're like, yeah, I'm going to be like Antifa. Yeah, I'm going to be like Antifa. I'm going to be Antifa. Oh, like, bash the fash, right? And then you go to, like, a place like that, like you know, with that kind of a nose ring. Like, isn't that, like, tactically, like, a bad idea? Because, like, if you get into a fight, they can just grab it. You know what I mean? Like, you just grab it. and it's like it's over, right? Like, why would you do that? Like, why would you tactically nerf yourself like that? It just doesn't make any sense. Yeah. It's kind of like I see like these girls get into fights with those big hoop earrings. It doesn't make any sense. It's just over for you, basically. Yeah. Like, I don't get it.
Not, and simultaneously asking people to have empathy.
Also, I don't get it in general. Like, I'm not a fan of like just piercings everywhere. Like, I don't get it. I've never understood it. I don't even have my ears pierced anymore because I just stopped wearing earrings. I don't have, like, it closed up. Like, my ears aren't even pierced anymore.
Empathy for the Nazis.
Nazis have children and families, right? But Nazis also get shot in the neck.
They don't kill you because...
Look up the nose ring theory with some nose ring. Like, is it nose rings like for cows? Don't you put those on cows so you can control them more? Isn't that like what it's for? I don't get it. Wait, Moloch? Wait, what? Shut up. There's like, wait, nose rings have to do with Moloch? No, they don't. No, I'm not, hold on. No shot. Is there a connection? Okay, Super Grok. Is there a connection between nose rings and Moloch? No fucking way. This can't be real. You can't just call fat bitches cows that are offensive to cows. Dude, cows are so cute. There's like this, there's this cow dress I want to get. It like looks like a cow. I hope it comes out. It was like on pre-order, but like, well, not on pre-order. It's like on, it was on like, you guys want to see it? It's so cute. I kind of want it. Guys, can I get this dress? What do you think? Hold on. Okay, chat. Am I retarded? I think this is cute. Is this cute? It's so cute. Is this cute? Okay, am I retarded or is this cute? Is it cute? I want it. It's so cute. It's adorable. I love it. Gross. Anyway, I hope it comes out. I hope it comes out.
Because you're a Nazi.
I'm gonna buy it.
They call you a Nazi so they can kill you. Now, I'm going to talk about my personal feelings of the situation because I know a lot of you can relate. I know a lot of you have been feeling the exact same way. So I will try and put it into words for you. I have friends who were friends with Charlie Kirk, but I didn't personally know him. We follow each other on Twitter. I've been to the TPUSA Amerifest in 2021. I actually went there planning to make a video.
Okay, hold on. Okay, let's see what it says. Moloch, the biblical Canaanite deity associated with child sacrifice and was depicted in historical artistic traditions as a bull-headed figure. The nose ring evoking rings placed in bulls' noses to control and lead them, implying submission to the demonic or pagan influences like Moloch and Baal. Trope Green Traction 2022, tied to broader narratives about pagan revival, demonic influences, critiques of modern body modifications. So it doesn't seem like there's a direct connection, but like, it just seems like a thematic, I guess. Like it could be, but like it could also be like completely irrelevant. I don't know.
So making fun of it, but I had so much fun and met so many friends that I'm still friends with to this day. So that video never happened. I disagreed with him all the time. You can literally go to our Twitter.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you could use the same. You could use the same logic behind nose rings being like demonic. You could use the same like logic of like not like you shouldn't like play Harry Potter or something like that. Like you could use the same logic for it.
Correcting him about like Bernie Sanders. I made an egg look like his face. It is safe to say I was no fan.
I'm just not a fan because I just don't think it's attractive. It's just me. Like, it's like a personal thing. Like, I don't like it. I don't think a lot of piercings is cute, basically.
It has really shaken me in a way that I absolutely did not expect. These last few days after what happened, I kept going to every single, like, lefty, liberal, left-wing person I know and, like, checking out what they have been saying about this. And besides maybe... Like 4 or 5. Every single one was being an unhinged psychopath about this. Or saying some backhanded shit like, this is why we need gun control, which, first of all, we were just watching a whole bunch of people celebrate killing someone over political differences. You are never taking our guns now. That is not happening. I felt like I was in the middle of the ocean. I was trying to like grasp onto a flotation device, checking all of these accounts for their take, like, be normal, be normal. Nothing. Nobody. I'm just drowning in a sea of evil, apparently. Maybe I was just blind up until now. Maybe they changed. Maybe I changed. Is everyone going crazy or am I going crazy? I don't know. All I know is it is clear how they reacted to this is how they would react to me, my family, my friends, you, your family, your friends, that have ever stepped out of line from the nebulous, ever-changing definition of progressive. These are people I thought were level-headed. They were left-wing, but you know, like, they were one of the good ones. Like, you can joke with them, you know, they weren't those, like, woke SJWs. Like, they were cool, we can disagree and still be friends. You know. Your friend wouldn't celebrate you being murdered, of course. But if they would celebrate an exact clone of you that wasn't you, that had
I never thought of it that way.
all the same opinions, or some of the opinions, that
Thanks,
you
Hollow.
have,
Thank you.
they would celebrate that clone being murdered. They're not your friend. I'm friends with people who are friends with Charlie, and I see how they are completely broken about this. Seeing them like this, and then at the same time my other friends posting shit like, rip bozo. It's just sick. It's just sick shit. Personally, I would rather live in a world full of Charlie Kirks who would sit down and debate than a world full of people who agree with me but would murder people who don't. Because if it's now normalized to just murder people who disagree with you politically, we don't have a society. Like, that's it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I meant is, like, where do they think it goes? It goes to us not having a society, and that goes to, like, actual, like, physical conflict being necessary.
Over. But some of these people in particular, like, why the f*** are you celebrating? You! They think you're a f***ing Nazi too. They'll make a nice compilation of all the hot takes you've had over the years and spread it around to justify your murder. You don't get it, do you? We are all Charlie Kirk. I have been doing this for 11 years. I have been harassed, doxxed, threatened, whatever, you name it, for 11 years by the left. And it hasn't moved me an inch because that's not how politics works. That's lunch table politics. I've talked about this before. People on your side being mean to you doesn't mean you overnight change your opinions on, like, healthcare. It doesn't work that way. I still have all my economic left opinions. I'm for strong social safety nets, workers' rights, unions, wealth caps, whatever. That has not changed. This is not me leaving the left because, frankly, I don't even know how to do that. This is me and many, many people looking around us at our so-called allies and realizing that even though we might share some, like, political opinions.
And that's, like, the other thing, too, is, like, the right and the left is not, well, the right for sure. The right is not really like a monolith. Everyone on the right doesn't vote the same. Like, we have different opinions on different issues, and we disagree sometimes. It's like I said before. The left wasn't like that, but they kind of are now. At least, like, the ones that are in control and the ones that have the control of the culture and a lot of the politics are of that kind. And it completely pushed out people that weren't like that.
We fundamentally do not have the same values or morals. And are we really allies if we agree on, like, taxes, but don't agree on the sanctity of human life? I don't know. The way we view death now is just crazy. And I feel like a lot of that has to do with the desensitization, in part thanks to the internet. You used to have to go out of your way to see gore and stuff like that, and now you're just scrolling through Twitter and you see someone set on fire if someone gets stabbed on a train. And when someone like Charlie dies, it's not even real to people anymore. Like, it's like a movie or show. Oh, that character died? Good.
I actually don't know if I agree with that one. Because I think it depends on who you are. Because I think for me, when I saw that, like, and guys, again, like I said, I've seen all of the old internet, like, freaky websites, right? Because you always have, like, your friends be like, hey, did you even look at that website? Like, can you even handle it? Like, can you handle Faces of Death? Can you handle Rotten? Like, right? And so, like, you would, like, look at it, right? And I feel like, as that person who has, like, seen so much shit, like Live Leak and stuff like that, right? I don't really think that the Charlie Kirk thing desensitized me. In fact, it, like, made it more real. Like, it made it more real to me that, like how bad it was, I think.
I hated that character. Like, no, that was a real human being with a family and kids, actually. Like, that was someone's son. The internet has turned real people into nothing but cartoon characters that disappear when you close an app. I remember for years people would be like, oh, when you have kids, you'll change your mind on XYZ, and I was like, no.
I seen some fucked up shit on Live Leak, man, like really fucked up shit.
No, that's not gonna happen, no.
I seen a guy on Live Leak eat a cat alive. I seen crazy shit, like really crazy shit.
And they were right. Almost overnight, you stop being so selfish, nihilistic. You stop having utopian fantasies of wanting to live in a post-capitalist society. And all you want is for the world to be safe. For the world to be safe and normal. And all that matters is your family and your community. And then your country, and then the world. You know? But we can't save the world. You can't. But you can save the people around you. You can't say to these people who are celebrating this and justifying this, you can't say, what if that was your dad or your brother getting killed for their opinions, because they've already cut those people off. They've already cut those people off out of their lives. And posting videos and pictures of Charlie's wife and young kids will not move these people at all. Because they hate their lives. They hate their families. They are atomized bug people. They are the unfortunate product of modern society, and I feel bad for them, I do. I pity them, and I wish I could help them. But I have bugman fatigue. And for the people who will come at me in a blind rage with a list of all of Charlie Kirk's, like, biggest hits to convince me that I should hate him and should not mourn him. If you thought what Charlie Kirk said is wrong, you could have debated him. He was one of the few people left willing to do that.
Yep.
And now he's gone. Charlie was a fan of free speech, but I'm worried whoever comes after Charlie won't be. Like, even from a political standpoint, not even a personal human standpoint, why are you celebrating, like, the most popular college Gen Z political pundit dying?
That is kind of true, because there's a lot of people, like, I've seen this on the right. There's been a lot of people on the right just being like, you know what? I don't even care anymore. Like, I don't even care. Like debate. Yeah, no more debate. No more. It's over. Like, there's been people like that, yeah.
Like, why are you celebrating him becoming a martyr? Say goodbye to that young male vote. All the liberal Joe Rogans in the world are not fixing this. I just hope for the sake of this country.
He didn't debate in good faith? You mean Charlie? I don't know if you mean Charlie, but
that political violence does not become normalized, does not become a thing.
Charlie was pretty good at
I really
debating.
don't want to see that happen. I don't want to see retaliation. I don't want to see us fall into a civil war.
Wait, Kariko says, I was in Uganda back in the early 2000s, and we were touring through some villages to point out. We came close to the village. The tour guide said to close the bus windows because the village has a... Well, what? Wait, what? The village is currently attacked by some militia, and there's dozens of heads on spikes on the road. What the fuck? Holy shit.
I don't know. This has all been extremely blackpilling. I think I'm gonna take a break from politics. I don't know. I'm a YouTuber. Like, I'm not a political pundit, right? I'm not. My goal here, my purpose here is to entertain, is to make people laugh. That is what I'm going to do. That is what I will continue to do. The news cycle will move on. The world will move on. Charlie Kirk's kids won't move on. His daughter won't move on. His daughter does not have a dad anymore. And that fucking sucks.
Yep.
That sucks. I don't know what else to say. I love you guys. Thank you for listening to my crash out. If you're new here, my videos usually are not like this. They're actually nothing like this. They have music in the back. They're fun. They're goofy. Things are just not fun and goofy right now. But I promise you the next video will be. Yeah, thank you for your attention to this matter. Bye.
Man. I'm glad that these people are losing the fucking culture. I'm glad these psycho leftists are fucking losing. It's fucking amazing. Like, they don't deserve to, like, control as much as they did. They're fucking evil. I'll link you guys the video in the chat. I really like Shoe on Head. She has like really good videos. I really recommend them. She's also like kind of if you're like hardcore, like, you know, you're like hardcore right and you think that like literally everybody on the left is evil and like, you know, I think you should watch Shoe on Head videos because she's kind of more liberal, but she's not crazy. And I think it'll be good for you to kind of see that there's people that are more liberal that don't agree with the people that have taken over their party. And I mean, it's like she said, she got attacked over it as well. She got attacked because she was critical of them, right? And the thing is a lot of people in groups, they don't want to really push back against their own allies that are fighting against them, right? And they're not really your allies, but even with me, right? Like sometimes like I have to say something that's against what a lot of the people on the right believe in. And you know, people will come after me for that too, right? But you have to imagine it like it's probably worse for people on the left. Because if you don't agree with like the left that's in power, they completely fucking exile you. Right? I mean, all you have to do is look at Elon Musk, Shoe on Head, like Anna Kasparian, like they go after these people, right? And they go after them like really hard, and you can see like all the stuff that they called Shoe on Head, right? And she's not even a conservative. She's like liberal, but she's just a little bit more common sense, right? Elon's not a liberal. Says burning range Terry. Well, if you what you mean by liberal, you mean like nowadays, maybe not. But he had mostly liberal points of view. Before. And Shu does for sure. Like Shu likes Bernie, right? So she's very economically. Would you still be bashful? Kami says, Leaflit, would you still have a dialogue with people that have opposing views from you? Because I see more and more people on the right completely cutting ties and not conversing anymore. I'm willing to do that, but I'm willing to do that if it's like an actual talk, right? Like I it's kind of boring to do it over text because it's a fucking mess. I think it's better over voice.